Welcome everyone to the venue on 35th Street Feature Sundays. How is everybody feeling this evening? Fantastic. Fantastic. I usually have to make the open mic crowd redo their cheer. I guess because it's Mondays, people are kind of, nobody's energetic. But that was really respectable noise for such a small crowd. I'm proud of you guys. We have 7 amazing acts for you this evening. In no particular order, make some noise for Inamity. Okay, going for Tyler Eldman. TJ Expression. Inside Neanda Speaks. Joe Panilla. John Cran. And 7, no cap to Paul. I'm gonna do that all night, 7. All night. It's a little inside joke between us. It's just a fancy thing, right? No doubt. All right, so my name's George. So this is how the evening's gonna go. We're gonna call up the acts one at a time. They're gonna perform for you for roughly 10 to 12 minutes apiece. And then the show belongs to you guys. You guys get to interview each act after the show. So everybody gets to be a part of this event tonight. Cell phones on silent. No videotaping or photography without the artist's permission. However, I will be videotaping the event. If you don't want to be, if you're one of the performers and you don't want to be on the video, I'm okay with that. Just let me know. I won't record your portion or I'll edit it out before I post it. My name's George. There's crayons on the table. Everybody's probably like, what are the crayons for? What's the paper for? To color with. That's simple. This is a room of art and of creation and of love and all kinds of cool stuff. So if somebody says something tonight that makes you want to doodle or sketch or do whatever, do that. We'll take breaks in between performers so that if we need to trade crayon colors, we can do that too. So we're just going to create and have a good time. If you think of a question you'd like to ask somebody while they're performing, jot it down so you won't forget it. And those of you who leave behind your artwork, I'm trying to think of something really cool to do with it all. But I've been saving the ones from the open mics and stuff. And for the first time this year, we have a visual arts feature.
Very nice.
And that is all that amazing creativity over in that corner. By the lovely Miss India. It is for sale. Support your local artists. We will be holding on to a few of the pieces here in the building, and we will try to curate those for her. So, is everybody ready to get the show started?
Yeah.
I usually start with something, but I'm not really. I'll perform later on. I'll do something later on. I think we're just gonna get right into the show. So, is everybody ready for their first act?
Yeah.
All right. This gentleman has been joining us at the open mic for a couple months now. I very quickly became a fan of his work. He's an amazing performer. Very strong message in his work. I told him before the show, I want to start the show off with a really powerful act, so you're going to be first. Don't be nervous. Please make some noise for our good friend, Inside Neanda Speaks.
In my lifetime, I've seen a lot and done a lot, but I haven't done it all. I've seen glory at its highest. I've seen none at all. But being one to fall, I think I know the one to call, and thus I write my song. I think we all have a story to tell, and through the scars and burns, create a psalm as the pages turn. My song is a song of hope, to cope with the highs of having it all to the lows of broke. My song is what freedom needs to be. Whatever my freedom means to me, my song has no fear, because looking through my tear-filled eyes, that's like wanting something so unclear. But knowing that it's oh so near, my song will give me courage to reach for whatever's not right here. I love my song for what it is, but I kind of hate what it does, and it's kind of hard to defend what my song was. To uncover my life risks judgment, and you will never understand. While your perception of who I am is based off what you so far have read, my psalm isn't dead, it continues. I write chapters some days and maybe a line or two the next. But if I really uncover my life for you, you'd probably call me ugly. Don't judge me. It's kind of hard not to show you the pretty version, So kind of like a virgin, I brace myself from the pain before you enter. Because see, my inner me isn't for every man to see, so while I give you these pieces, I'm still ashamed. I lived a life of a whore. From the gutter I came, screaming, reaching and pleading in a world filled with people who influenced my song, but they never really looked up to see what I was saying. So while I've been writing, I've been praying. I've seen so much in my 29 years. So much silent hurt because I'm a man and I'm expected to take it, but carry burdens on my shoulders, not expected to make it in this life, and still continue to do what's right. And thus I write my song. Thank you. Again, my name is Inside Neon Speaks. I'm a spoken word poet from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Shout out to my mom, she's in the building. And all the lovely artists that's in the building, thank you. And to George, thank you for the opportunity, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So within these 10 minutes, I'm gonna try to give you different facets of my life, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So that piece was entitled My Song, and basically it was a testimony of my life and how I saw it within the last 10 years. This next piece is entitled USMC. It's based off the experiences in the military. We tread the same boots as recruits. We've sacrificed our youth to learn how to kill a man with bare hands. We've been trained to shoot for Uncle Sam. Signed our lives for 4 or 5 years while our mothers cry tears. Watch our wives cry every time we say goodbye. Kiss our babies through her belly, and we can't bat an eye. We cry, but we hold it all inside for the pride of our honor. Our courage, our commitment never dies. It's like a band of brothers how we love each other. From different states, but relate to one another to escape our displacement. It's a band of brothers. We gotta have each other's back. Whether white, brown, or black, all we see is tan or green. Jumping our machines and Humvees riding dirty. Cleaning out insurgents while the townspeople scream. Strapped, M16s and flak jackets. Attacked so suddenly nobody knows it happened. But it happens. Firefighting in the night, no street lights but the brightness of our muzzles. It's a band of brothers. We protect our homeland, but within these rough sands, we protect our fellow man. Some call us Marines, but we call each other devil dogs. A rebel squad that comes through like a wrecking ball. We rack the harrow back and aim it when the weapon's drawn. We look clean in our dress blues with the medals on. We get saluted in our civvies or our uniforms. So pay homage. Some of you went to college, but all of us graduated and made it out of the longest 3 months anyone can go through. We answered the call so that we could show you the sacrifices that a band of brothers has to go through. They call this here the land of the free, home of the brave. I signed my release papers, but my ass is still a slave. People looking at me like veterans got it made, but the prices that I paid, I'm gonna take them to the grave with me. I sit back and reminisce on all my band of brothers. There were no colors, man, we saw ourselves in one another. And that's the way this world's supposed to be. So I am proud to have served in the USMC. Hoorah.
All right.
Again, that piece entitled USMC was based off of the experiences in the military that I went through. This next piece, I've been coming to the venue for quite some time, and a lot of the pieces that I give was based off of the divorce that I went through. But even in that divorce, 2 beautiful babies came out of it, you know what I'm saying? And those are my heart. So I wrote this piece based off of a conversation that I had with it started with my daughter, then my son jumped in. And it's entitled A Daddy's Part. She asked me, "Daddy, why did you leave?" I tell my babies there's no answer I can give you that you fully believe. But Daddy never left you, despite how it may seem, because I have you in my heart, and I wear you on my sleeve. You dance all in my dreams, so in another world, we're still together. And in this world, I could play with you forever. Teach my son the things that a man is supposed to know. Take my daughter by her hand, wipe her tears and watch her grow. She asked, "Daddy, why are you crying?" She asked me, "Daddy, why are you crying?" I tell my babies that Daddy was dying just to spend a little time with you. But in this world, you have to pay for everything. And since daddy doesn't have, then they see daddy as bad for you. Well, daddy, who is they? Well, they're the ones that decide what's best for your lives. Even though they only see one side, they criticize, but every storyline has to have a bad guy. And then she asked me, Daddy, where did you go? I tell them, Daddy's in another place looking at the pictures of your faces. I write you all these letters and I send them. Remember all that's in them, because all of my wisdom is deep within them. Do you miss me, Daddy?
You're all right, man.
Do you miss me, Daddy? I tell him I miss him so much. I think about their laughter. And then I hear your voices right after. I think about those times I would lay you on my chest, give you more warm milk mixed with my love. It's the best medicine. Give you all these hugs and kisses. Go to sleep, my baby. Daddy will protect you. I yearn for you. It's funny the things I've learned from you. Patience, understanding, and how not to be demanding of you. I'd give my all just to be in good standing. For you, I'd take the fall just so you could stand tall. Lift you on my shoulders just so you can have a ball. Since before you both were crawling, I swear I'm gonna be involved. No matter what the problem is, I'm gonna get it solved. I'm your father. My purpose is for you to go farther. Push you to your dreams so your light can shine harder, and I'll be here. Even though you see tears, I'm happy. Daddy's gonna take all of the pain away someday. Be there to protect your innocence with a kiss. Guide you with the lessons and the blessings that I leave. I will always be. You belong to me. You will not believe that a brighter day is coming. I wake up with faith even when I have nothing to give. My only hope is that you live. You live in the moment. Live with the mind of atonement. Live in your heart space. Because in that special place, Daddy's gonna always see your faces. There is no replacement. So it doesn't matter how far we are, Daddy's gonna always play his part. Thank you. That's a little rough to get through. All right, this next piece I wanted to leave to you guys. I didn't know which way to go to, so either love or activism. I wanted to leave it up to the audience.
Activism.
Activism. All right, for sure. So this piece was inspired off of a night of watching. I was on YouTube one time and I saw a commercial for like the Preachers of LA, and it upset me. And then I clicked over to World Star and I started watching World Star. I saw all these different videos of crazy stuff, right? So wrote this piece based off of that. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. All your fame and your wealth, and we can't put something together? It's kind of sad that we all live under the weather. Whether or not the cheddar you got makes you seem better than the next man. They got us hypnotized, wondering about their sex scams. When they got influence, formulate the next plan. You all are yes men, feminized, hypnotized henchmen, killing your brain cells pretending that they represent a nation. But what we're facing is you and I sitting by waiting for a replacement. Well, let's face it, really if your boy Jesus walked up in here right now, none of y'all could face him. So stop wasting the time of celebrities because you don't want a leader. You just want to be the man sitting next to the man that's willing to take the lashes on his back and not willing to move backwards. So stop being an actor. Start being yourselves, because the truth is, they money does nothing to really help. Stop being an actor. Start being yourselves, because your creativity is the measure of real wealth. You desensitized blind. Watch a young brother beat a woman with his child and he did it for the vine. Vindicated crimes. Indicate the times that we don't have an outlet. Sometimes I weep because when I go to sleep and I think about my people, the plan hasn't left my mouth yet. But know that this is God. Because when you see a man getting robbed, bullet through his skull and he just doing his job, blood-stained steering wheels and all of this on camera, he's formulating a standard to rise among the fall. I know that times are hard and you want to get your purge out, but don't be a fool and heed what's in the bird's mouth. Don't be a fool and use what's in the bird's mouth to get 60 seconds of your fame. Because no one knows your name. All they see is ass crack shaking. It's ass backwards. But the grass ain't always greener on the other side. We live in times where we wonder why a brother dies and nobody watching his mother cry. You wonder why the truth comes in a reprimand. Or when I speak and I haven't given the method, man. Divine purpose. That's all he's given me. And pouring into this vessel before I give the lesson plan. See, it's not time yet. So I'm planting seeds. And the day will come when you will understand that God has to judge America. Or repent to Sodom and Gomorrah for destroying the first of immoral lands. And I'm out. Thank y'all.
And don't feel bad, the first act always does that. First
Oh, okay.
act always walks off before the Q&A. One more time for Inside Neanderthal. All right, audience, he's all yours. Who's got the first question? Raise your hand. 7. I'll come to you next time.
How long did it take you to complete a piece once you started?
It depends. Some of them take like a couple minutes. Some of them a couple weeks, months. It depends on like the subject matter and I guess how heartfelt it is. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of all depends. Yeah.
Tyler, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Tyler had his hand up when 7 went up.
Hey,
We'll get back to you, yes.
first of all, I want to say wonderful work, really
you, brother.
inspiring stuff. One line that really kind of jumped out to me when you read it, and I'm not really sure why, is you said, "I love my psalm for what it is," and I just wanted to ask you what was kind of going through your mind.
Right, right. Well, a lot of us, like, we apologize for our past, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we know it's there, you know what I'm saying? We know we got dirt in our closet, but, you know what I'm saying? We always apologize for it, but it really makes us who we are, you know what I'm saying? So I love what my past is, because it made me who I am, but at the same time, I hate what it does, because it affects people around me, you know what I'm saying? So I can't apologize for that, but it is what it is. So,
Darrell, and then we'll go back.
All right, you said you're from the Democratic Republic of Congo, right?
right, right.
All right, so if you was, let's see, how old are you?
I'm 29.
All right, so if you was, let's say you were 24, you was living over there, been there your whole life, and you wanna capture the world's attention as a poet and speak on what's going on around you. What would be the main thing that you would focus on to get people to be aware about? Because there's a lot of shit going on around
Yeah,
here.
it is. It is. Honestly, I would focus on the rape of our mothers, our sisters, their aunts. You know what I'm saying? Like they use it as a form of warfare. You know what I'm saying? Where even though they could kill you, you know what I'm saying? That's easy to kill somebody. But when you rape somebody in front of their husband or their neighbors or you know what I'm saying? Like they use that as a tactic to break up families, communities, and nations. You know what I mean? So. Congo is a war-torn country. There's so many different issues there. My mother being more of she's more knowledgeable on the subject than I am. But just from what I've seen, from hearing her talk to her colleagues, and my father, who was an activist there, you know what I'm saying? He set up a couple churches there. God bless his soul. He passed away in 2010, but just seeing the work that he did and trying to combat certain things. Using the church, I would say like rape is one, and then I guess behind that would be the genocide. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious issue. It's over 7 million people that's been killed since like the 2000s, and nobody talks about it. You know what I mean? So,
In the back, sir.
Actually, this is a question, if you don't mind, for the audience, because you gave an option between love and activism. And I just surely thought that the audience would say love.
I did too.
But everybody said activism. What's up with that? Help me out.
It's the room you're in.
Honestly,
okay.
I
Regulars, where you at?
I was going because of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's because of the times we in. His brothers getting killed for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, not even just brothers. My lady gonna get on me later. It's women as well that are being killed. You know what I mean? So we have to talk about these things. And
But you
people are angry.
see activism as an answer as opposed to love.
Huh. Good point.
Why can't the pushing of love be a form of activism?
And I think that's the point he's trying to make.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Huh.
But I don't know the audience would say.
Kitty?
How long have you been writing and what do you find to be your inspiration?
I've been writing since I was 13, doing spoken word since I was like maybe 3 years. Inspiration is just like life experiences, things that I go through. I was explaining to my lady earlier that I experience life through my emotions and how I feel, you know what I'm saying? So I just write it out on a piece of paper and, or on my cell phone, and hopefully it comes out great. So, yes, sir.
What inspired you to start writing?
To start writing or
Yes,
spoken
like
word?
I guess spoken word came from writing, right? So I guess what started your initial, initial? When you were 13, what started?
Right, girls, honestly. I was trying to be a ladies' man, so I wrote this little girl a poem. Went from there, so.
Jay had a question.
Actually, I was going to provide my own answer to the question
Oh.
about their lyrics. It was my own answer.
Go for it.
It was in the previous poem before he asked for our opinion. That was a great love poem right there, even though it was dedicated to his kids. That's one of the major kinds of love. And that one spoke to me more than any poem to some girl would have at the time. And so from there, I wanted to hear something more about activism, which is also, love of your fellow human.
Liz?
Do you still write poems about girls?
I do actually, yes, baby. You have a lot of poems that I haven't actually expressed just yet, so.
Hit her with a poem.
Right?
Hey, wait.
Yeah, I'll say on Monday.
All right. One more time for Inside the End. Powerful message from a powerful poet. Thank you, sir. All right, very short haiku. I didn't write this. Huh? Oh, that's right, I forgot. You can do it from your seat. We always ask everybody to give the audience their final thoughts, something they want to leave the audience with. I stepped on your toes a little bit.
No, it's all good. Honestly, just be humble, man, and the doors will open up for you.
Word. Did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You needed to. Good. All right. Very brief haiku. I did not write this. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator. So is everybody ready for their next act?
Yeah.
All right, up next on the venue, this gentleman literally brought tears to my eyes the first time I heard him do comedy here at the venue. He's absolutely hilarious, and we're very lucky to have him. Please put your hands together for Mr. John Kranz.
I'm not going to sing songs. Tell you what, it is great to be here. I hope it's okay that I use the mic. I'm just more comfortable when I do it this way. I know what you're thinking. First time you look at me, you're looking at this guy and you're thinking, it looks like he ate Paul Reiser. You'd be sort of right. I do watch a lot of TV. We'll get into that in a minute, but you probably have heard that people's number one fear is public speaking. And I was always surprised to hear what the second and third one was fear of heights, and then bugs and insects. And I always thought, that means that the average American, if they ever got on stage, they better make sure that stage isn't very high up, but not too close to the ground, because, bugs. It's just not that fun. I am currently just exiting my biggest fear. I have been between houses, and so I've been bouncing between, and when you're my age, you never want to live on the streets. It's hard, and I can't imagine anything harder than living on the streets, because every day you're walking around with your entire life in a shopping cart, like going from place to place. It's like a homeless Iditarod. You just, you're grateful when you find a place to stay. And I've been doing it with my wife and my son, and I'm grateful for my wife. My wife is a saint. For Bernard. I'm just kidding. I mean, she has a bulldog personality, but I'm grateful to have her because I am a social train wreck. I say things I shouldn't say and do things I shouldn't do. I mean, I'm 46 years old, yet for whatever reason I end up acting like some kind of 6-year-old playing lightsabers using a condom filled with dead goldfish. You shouldn't do that. But I must be doing something right. We've been together for 20 years. Yeah, and on our anniversary we had sex. You have to understand, sex during marriage, especially after all that time, is a victory for all married people everywhere. Because it had been a long time. I mean, the last time my wife and I made love, Obama took office. In the Senate. It was rough. I'm Jewish. I'm adopted. Thank you. I'm adopted. I was born Catholic, raised in a Jewish family, and which I gotta give, it kind of makes me like a reverse Moses? Is that how that works? I'm not sure how that works, but being raised Jewish, I was raised as a Reformed Jew, and that has nothing to do with rehab, by the way. But I have been in recovery for 30 years. But no, it's Reformed Judaism is kind of like the Cliff's Notes version of Judaism. It's very Jew-light. Very, I like that. There's a lot of music growing up in my family, and Jewish music can best be described as like mountain music meets Broadway show tunes. It's called klezmer, or as I call it, Jewgrass. It's basically that. I have a 7-year-old. He's a great kid. He has ADHD and autism, so he is very excitable, and he's a great kid. But he also likes to play with himself. Now let me rewind. He likes to walk around ever since he was like 3 or 4 years old. He just likes to be in his underwear. He he sits there and he plays with himself. He flicks and he flops around. Whoa! He does it everywhere and anywhere at any given time. On the couch, in the bathtub, at the dinner table. I literally had to say to him, "Stop wrapping your penis around your fork." It's really rough. He's a good kid. I mean, we watch a lot of TV together. He has become fascinated with Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. First time he saw that show, he's jumping up and down. He's super excited. He's like, "Daddy, Daddy, Sabrina the Witch has a cat named Salem." And I'm thinking to myself, buddy, that's like a Jew naming their dog Auschwitz. It's okay. We're only making fun of the Wiccans. You know, a lot of people I got a lot of flack for that joke. I did tell that joke once during a fundraiser during Holocaust Remembrance Day. It actually killed. All right, man. He's a good kid, though. When he was younger, he was a biter. Serious biter. He bit so many kids that parents and teachers started calling him Hannibal. It makes sense. It is his name. But a nutritionist suggested we change his diet to improve his behavior in school, so we became vegetarians and he became suspended. You may not know this, but vegetarians like to make their food taste like meat, but my son would only eat his broccoli when they included his teacher's fingers. The day I picked him up at the principal's office, he looked so dejected. He gave me the puppy dog eyes, the pouty lip, the whole bit. He said, "Daddy, I just want to go home." And I really wanted to be mad. All I could feel was relief. Because at least he didn't say, "Daddy, she tastes like chicken." It's great, good times. But it's hard being a parent sometimes, especially when you have a special needs kid. because you have to put your life completely second. There's no way around it. And I'll be honest, sometimes I get depressed. Happens to everybody, I think. And my depression, maybe yours too, your inner critic, can be so mean. Sometimes, hopefully the NSA is not listening, sometimes it makes me want to join ISIS, because every time it rears its ugly head, all I want to do is cut it off. Holocaust jokes are okay though? But yeah, I've been figuring out ways to fight back, you know, sort of quiet the jet noise, so to speak. And maybe this will help you. It's helping me every once in a while. If your inner critic starts berating you for 7 hours, next time, why not step in front of a mirror and talk to yourself like Tim Gunn from Project Runway? You worthless piece of shit. What is this? You look like you ate Paul Reiser. Get yourself out of these clown clothes and make it work. I don't know. I'll do that joke. That's okay. And I'll end on this. I recently had surgery, emergency surgery. I had to get my gallbladder removed, which is always fun. The next day after the surgery, the doctor's like, dude, you had so many stones in your gallbladder, it sounded like a maraca. I'm like, I really had to change up my diet. I had to start eating better, eating whole food, all that stuff. The stuff that you're supposed to do, apparently. But I spent all my lunches at salad bars. And I wrote this poem, inspired by everybody here, but I wrote this poem about 25 years ago, and I think it still stands up, but it sort of fits the bill for what I'm dealing with these days. It's called The Ballad of the Salad.
Let's go.
I walked up to the salad bar, with a serving spoon in hand. I looked out over all that food and formed a luncheon plan. I start with sprouts and carrots and the peas we all enjoy, then broccoli, some non-fat cheese, rolled oats, and bok choy. And then I started thinking. As I looked down at my plate, the more I stared at what was there, it seemed like tempting fate. It looks extremely healthy, almost too delicious. Which of these foods, once inside, might turn malicious? Thank goodness research scientists are working every day to prove which foods are poison and which are still okay. The problem, though, for those of us who follow their advice is that all these smart researchers never say the same thing twice. So if I eat a carrot, does it mean I pulled the trigger? Does it kill the cancer cells, or does it make them bigger? What's the news on coffee now? What's it that they said? It either puts the hair on your chest or takes it off your head. And should I still eat oat bran or broccoli, I wonder? Will 3-bean salad keep me young or put me 6 feet under? Have they really checked their facts? Or is it really all a lie? It seems no matter what you eat, eventually you die. The vegetables can kill you. The meat can make you choke. I guess the safest thing to do, go outside, smoke. Thanks very much. It's a great place.
One more time for John Cran.
Yeah, John. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So who's got the first question for John? Eric.
What made you want to start doing comedy?
I've actually never told this story before. About 25 years ago, I was on stage, and I got heckled so bad that I never wanted to do it again. And about 6 or 8 months ago, a friend of mine told me I should do it again.
Right.
So I've been doing it very reluctantly, very, very carefully. About 6 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Anyone else?
Did you used to? Oh, my fault.
Go ahead.
I raised my hand. Yo, all right. So, being that you was a comedian, did you ever used to roast kids back in the day, like on the school bus and shit like that?
I was the roasted.
Oh, man.
I was the one who was always roasted. So I don't know. I think really what it was I was one of those kids who memorized comedy albums, like Richard Pryor albums and George Carlin and Steve Martin. Really anything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
Because, people, it's kind of a funny side story. About 6 or 8 weeks ago, a friend of mine came up to me. I hadn't seen him in probably a year. And I told him what I was doing. That I'd been doing the stand-up thing. He said, "Oh, what kind of comic are you?" And I'm like freaking out. And suddenly I'm in like 2nd grade, trying to, do a presentation I never did or never prepared for. And I just was like, oh, and I up and ran, literally. I'm out of here. I don't know what kind of comedy kind of turns me on, like everything. So they say it takes like 10 years to kind of develop your voice. I figure I've got a long way to go, but I'm having a good time as I do it. So.
Yeah.
Is it like, as a comedian, is it like extremely hard to, okay, like for a feature, you have this time. I mean, I'm sure with open mic, it's shorter time. And when you feature, you have this longer amount of time when you're going to be on the stage. And is it hard to come up with a set that lasts that long? You know what I mean? Without feeling like, oh my God, I'm so ready to get off the stage.
Yeah, I think, open mics, I use them as workshops. Thankfully they're only 5 minutes. Thanks for the audience, really. Because a lot of times I sit in my car and I'm working through this stuff and I have no idea sometimes if something's going to work. But you probably experienced this yourself as a performer. You stand in front of people, react to something you never thought they would, and then you get a little bit out of that. It gives you an idea to sort of head in a different direction. And I'm learning a lot as I go. So for me, what I tried to do was I literally hammered on 5 minutes that I found little bits and just started making the best 5 minutes I could come up with. When I was happy with that 5 minutes, I would sit on it and try to start another 5 and then see how that goes. I kind of wish I could just write. There are people here, like Joel's really good at this. He's just naturally able to find things. I'm not as good at that yet, but I'll get there.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Tab?
I was watching an interview with Louis C.K. a while back, and he was talking about how for about the first 20 years of his career, it was just horrible where he was repeating the same jokes, and then he saw it was called a special. He erased everything and then started again.
Yep.
So I'm curious, when was your first genuine laugh?
December
Good question. I like that.
of this year, or last year.
Oh man.
That was an amazing feeling. I don't know. It was a joke that I didn't tell it tonight because I'm afraid to tell that joke. Because some people really hate that joke, and some people really like it. And
Feels like a request.
Well,
Yes, he can.
okay, I will. Just a friendly. Some of you are really not going to like this joke, maybe. So I hope not. It's nothing personal. It's just a joke. So I watch a lot of movies. And my wife and I, I really spend a lot, we watch a lot of movies, and I really don't like the way Jesus is portrayed in movies. He's always portrayed as a great orator with big speeches, and always with a British accent. I like to believe that Jesus was an everyman. Who knows? Maybe he talked like a truck driver. I mean, that'd be awesome. Oh, every time I eat them loaves and fishes, I feel like I'm gonna blow up. Hey, Louie, I can see your house from here. People never get that joke.
Anything you would leave the audience with? Final thoughts, like on the Jerry Springer show?
Don't stop.
Let's hear it one more time for John Cran. So I'm looking around the room and I'm realizing that we have a lot of Feature Sunday alumni
in here. Raise your hand. Stand up if you're a Feature Sunday alumni. And you,
Yeah.
Greg, stand up. I see you back there. Give it up for all these amazing performers. I think it's very special that you guys come out and support the event. Even when you're no longer a part of the actual event itself, it's very important that we support each other. So kudos to all of you. Was everybody ready for their next act?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a term that I reserve, and I keep it very close to my heart. I don't use it very often. There's only a handful of people I will use this term with, but this next gentleman is one of those people, and I'm lucky to say that I can call him my friend. Seven is also a Feature alumni here. Last year we used to do themed events, and for Hip Hop Month, Seven featured. He killed it then, he's gonna kill it tonight. Please put your hands together for Seven, No Dr. Cole.
Patty says she liked your shorts.
Thank you. Man, said
I know people coming through with a bottle of water, so you gotta hydrate, you get raspy. That's not water in my bottle. That's not what I do. I'm gonna read this piece because I don't know it yet. I'm so sick and tired of the police, tired of my own beef, tired of the old me, trying to keep it low key. I'm so sick and tired of niggas thinking they can rap. Only thing they ever talk about is being in the trap, not seeing it's a trap. I see that it's a trap. Stop feeding us this crap, cause we don't need this crap. I'm so sick and tired of niggas thinking that they hot stuff, dipping they dick in, then they dip in when she knocked up. Stop saying free your man every time he's locked up. If you was with him doing this shit, they got him locked up. Just have a better plan once he's home, and if he's not with the program, then leave that man alone. Cause you're my brother, but they wanted you to murder me. I'm the competition, and you worshiping the currency. Encouraged me since a baby way back in the nursery to put you in a tomb or a room for emergency. I'm so sick and tired of the government that lied to us. United we stand. Why you think they tried dividing us? Centuries of genocide, but want us to be civilized. Freedom's always been alive since back in 1865. So this next piece, right, it's a song. Some of you might know it, especially if you got my CD, like my last project. Haven't been doing a lot of stuff from my last project when I come out, because I've grown since then, you know, so while they might be some of your favorites, I don't really feel them the same anymore. And this particular song, I don't know it by heart, because I don't listen to it after I recorded it. I don't know why. So I'm going to, the song is kind of going to play in the background. I kind of got to rap over it because I don't know it. Oh, well, you got to deal with it. Oh, no, that. Okay, yeah, well, I know that one.
Two?
That's fine, too. Yeah, I know that one.
No.
The one after that, I don't know
He
though.
says understand beat number one.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, play that one.
Okay, then we're good?
Yeah.
See my skin.
Turn that joint up.
Too light skin.
Okay, yeah. Up a little bit more, just a little bit. Product of my environment, searching for my retirement with this writing and rhyming shit, king of the jungle, baby, the slightest bit of entitlement. Forget about designers and focus when you behind the rent. Now we got desire, but the block is always hiding. So if I need to work, I get to work and go berserk. No worries about getting hurt, or even me getting hurt. Fuck it, put me in the dirt, if you want with the mother earth, or would you like me to conform? Spend all my time in the dome. When I was only born, the hip-hop in this weather's home. I've already proved I can bear and weather the storm. It's not me, but I know I'm tight. Lock me when I know my rights. I know about those lonely nights. One man in the cell, all alone with but you thinking I'm the head. I do the crime, I do the time. They can do it well, cause I do it all alone. My niggas know I never said real. And if you really wanna know what's up, it's good for me. It's that the people that I'm closest to want hearing up. Voices in my head saying I don't think it's hearing us. I don't want no hyper fear, but feel the pressure building up. If I'm not in my hood, I got to save the dog. Cause if the pistol's not the only thing that saves the dog. I got to work every day, so ain't no taking off. Running late to have me 8-11 with an ace ball. I can't really live like that. I can see my kids like that. The pictures for the Commonwealth, you know they give you shit like that. Expect my girl to live like that. She can't hope. That's why I'm in the streets doing what I ain't supposed to. My young niggas come to me, but who I'm supposed to go to? Stressed out. I've been smoking cigarettes and smoke too. Got the niggas up like I should have been deported for a portion what I go through. I'm telling you about it cause it killed you if I showed you. Understand I'm so through, not standing on my own too. Thinking that it sucks all the money that I've blown through. Baby mama looking at me, damn, what we gon' do? Standing in the mirror looking nothing like the old. They say your gangster never cries, but that's a fucking lie. Lets me know that I'm alive, so I love it when that's right. Long as it's a private and away from prying eyes. If it wasn't for my daughters, then I know I would've died inside. Now this one I don't know. So, this piece is kind of personal. I think maybe that's why I didn't listen to it so much after I recorded it. Really, because it tells a lot of the things that I went through, and it's hip hop that's anti-hip hop right now. What's going on, what's popular right now, this is the opposite of that. Everything that they tell you and try to glorify is a bunch of crap. What they trying to tell you that they're going through, but when they tell you that they're going through, they make it sound like it's this awesome thing, and then it made them rich. But it didn't, the rap did, and you still don't have the money that you say that you have.
Word.
So yeah, this is anti-that shit. Because I've been through that shit. And it doesn't turn out like that at all. Okay, Doe, ready? You don't wanna be like me. You don't wanna be like me. You don't wanna be like me.
Go in.
Yeah.
I love this song.
You don't wanna be like me. You don't wanna be like me. Gotta stay strapped to the teeth like me. You ever been homeless in the street like me? You think I had the hustle to put J's on my feet? Boy, I had to struggle just to stay on my feet. Trust me, you don't wanna be like me. Pimp, sell drugs, and rob like me. Got 2 daughters, no job like me. If you go to school and drop out like me, hope the bitch that you fucking put you out like me. Get your homeboy house on the couch like me. You ain't tryna turn out like me. You don't wanna be like me. Wanna go to jail like me. You don't wanna see that hell like me. Hope your baby mama post bail like me. Get shot like me. You ain't tryna hit the block like me. You might want a Glock like me. Watch like me. Till you watching for the cops like me. Oh, you wanna go hard like me. Sleep in a motherfucking car like me. Have your whole life fall apart like me. Not even knowing where to start like me. You don't wanna be like me. All your best friends doing time like me. Matter of fact, either dead or they dying like me. You don't wanna live a life of crime like me. You don't wanna watch your back like me. You don't wanna sell crack like me. Hope you don't shoot your ass back like me. If you do, dumb bitch, then act like me. You don't wanna take a life like me. Or lose your first wife like me. Tryna outrun blue lights like me. And when it comes around, pay the price like me. You don't wanna be like me. Search for a little bit of hope like me. Up all night selling dope like me. No sleep, getting rich, then broke like me. Don't be dumb like me. You don't wanna wanna run like me. You don't wanna live by the gun like me. Get pale, never see the sun like me. You don't wanna be like me. Can't live without a drink like me. Tattoos all cause it ain't like me. Shit, you don't even wanna think like me. You don't wanna feel void like me. Wanna be paranoid like me. Get played with like a toy like me. And you don't wanna have a little boy like me. Nah, you don't wanna be like me. 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 Yo. I just want to tell y'all that was painful as hell for me doing that piece, not because of all the emotion and shit, because I hate when people get up on stage. They got the whole song playing in the background.
Yeah.
And then they rapping with it like, oh, nigga, I want to hear the beat and your voice, but I didn't have a choice. I don't know the song.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah.
You like that song?
That's my favorite from you.
Yeah.
Solid. Well, like the feel and shit.
I don't know what's next, right? The song that I think is next because I've been wrong before. Y'all saw it the other day.
Joel's trying to tell you.
It's Protect Us, right? Yeah. All
Oh,
right,
that's
good.
a good one,
My
too.
man, Joel. Give it up for Joel with the sound, y'all.
He likes
No, not yet. No, not yet. No, don't play it. That's not it, but still don't play it. Okay. We're just having fun with y'all, man. Y'all having a good time?
Yeah.
Alright, so, okay, this piece, I kind of want y'all to help me out, if you don't mind.
What you need, man? We got you.
I was trying to sing this part of the hook from me, or with me. So when it comes around, we'll sing. Now who gonna protect us from those who protect us? 'Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Y'all got it?
Yeah.
Think you got it?
We gonna
One more
get
time.
it.
Who gonna protect us from those who protect us? Why you not singing?
Because they ain't gonna
Protect us from themselves. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? All right now. Yeah, that's what they call it. Young people call them 12. Police. All right. Now you can play. I don't know what you're saying right there, but it sounds dope. Now who gon' protect us from those who protect us? 'Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Now who gon' protect us from those who protect us? 'Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Rest in peace until they stop police from killing us dead in the streets. We are not beasts. We will not be treated like beasts. And at the very least you will respect us. 'Cause if not, then you need your weapons. Protect and serve. But who are they protecting? I say no to the peace you want us to rest in. One video between the murder and the legend. No idea what he's saying. I was up Jamaica. Who gon' protect us from those who protect us? 'Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Now who gon' protect us from those who protect us? 'Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Chain around my neck, so I don't need your handcuffs. I already can't breathe, and I got my hands up. What are the chances of Me driving black and not getting shot in the back. It seems my complexion is Russian roulette with an automatic weapon. Keep your protection. Sentence us to death, then get away with murder unless it's a video camera that can catch it. Turn it down a little bit. We'll sing this together. After this guy sing this little part. One more time, if you don't mind. Now who's gonna protect us from those who protect us? Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Now who's gonna protect us from those who protect us? Cause they can't protect us from themselves. Thank you. Now this is probably my favorite song by myself. Alright. By myself. That's all. Not bad.
Yeah.
The reason I don't carry the mic and take it off the stand is so I can do all this stuff in my hands.
Magic.
I can feel me.
Light it up.
I don't want to die, but I don't want to live like this. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live like this. Whatever this is, quit listening. Look, I ain't never been scared, I will never be. I done seen things that I hope you never see. I already been there, but I'm trying to leave. I'm a long way from the man I'm trying to be. I'm a G. How can anybody ask for this life? Graduated to a pistol, but I started with a knife. I think I had my first blade back when I was 10. Now who the fuck was I trying to hurt back then? My sins are a list that never seems to end. I ain't even sure I wouldn't do it all again. The pen is a place I ain't never trying to go. But that's where they want me, man. You already know. Third eye of a G, Glock, 3 dot sight, plenty smiles and handshakes, but the streets not nice. See, one false move will cost you. Be cautious, cause they can spin the block fast enough to leave you nauseous. Happens too often. Paramedics whisper softly that we lost them. Yeah, I think we lost them. But oh well, no heaven, no hell. We'll see what you believe when you see a nigga bleed. Cause prayer's not the reason that he's dropping to his knees in his church on the corner, but he's trying to feed his daughter. No water, cause the bill not paid, no order. Can you feel my pain? Cause I don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live like this. Whatever this is, that's it, no lie. I don't wanna kill or be killed, I ain't scared, I'm just keeping shit real. Don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live like this. Whatever this is, that's it, no lie. I don't wanna kill or be killed, I ain't scared, I'm just keeping shit. Tell me what I gotta prove. I'ma bust my gun when the police come, I'ma run, is that what I gotta prove? Take 2 shots to the chest just to show you that I'm rolling with the set, is that what I gotta prove? I can rob, I can steal, I don't care if no kids get killed, is that what I gotta prove? Getting out the game is not a game, only thing I gotta prove is I can change, tell me what I gotta prove. Bust my gun when the police come, I'ma run, is that what I gotta prove? Take 2 shots to the chest just to show you that I'm rolling with the set, tell me what I gotta prove. Nigga, I can rob, I can steal, I don't care if no kids get killed, is that what I gotta prove? Getting out the game is not a game, only thing I gotta prove is I can change, cause I don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live like this, whatever this is, that's it, no lie. I don't wanna kill or be killed, I ain't scared, I'm just keeping shit real, don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live like this. Whatever this is, that's it, no lie. I don't wanna kill or be killed, I ain't scared, I'm just keeping shit real.
One more time for 7. All right, so who's got the first question for 7? Eric?
I want to know how far into the dark you have to go for that inspiration.
Oh man. The
question got bars.
if this answers your question, that particular song, that last song that I did, that I wrote that in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without a beat in the hole.
Right.
Sometimes when I write things that dark about myself, I have to dig that deep. I go so far into that part of myself that if I was to write it at home, I like to go in the bathroom, lock myself in the bathroom, turn the light off. I don't need a light to write because I write on my phone. My daughter's knock on the door, it messes me up because sometimes I feel like I gotta cry then because they like, I have to go into daddy mode or something and it'll just completely mess me up. Like, it'll take me, I had to transform. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. I kind of gotta revert to the old me to get that anger for it, but I have to be the new me to see what's wrong with it, and that's what I write. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. At what point did you say to yourself, that's what I want to do? Like, what artist was it? How old were you, if you can remember? That moment when you were like, I want to be an MC, that's what I want to do. Can you remember that moment?
I was probably about 12. I was probably about 12 when I first started writing, but I didn't take it seriously though. I was just in love with hip hop in general. I know it had everything to do with Jay-Z. Everything to Jay-Z. And when I thought that maybe I could actually be good at it, I was probably like 16, and I had went back in it. I was like 16, and I had bought. No, I didn't buy it. I found it in a crate in a shed of one of my mom's boyfriends or something. I found Life and Times of Sean Carter, Volume 3.
Okay.
And I was already 16, so that, and I was like, I mean, like, almost 7 years already. I mean, but I got my hands on that, John. Come and get me. What? That whole, and it was a tape. And this was like 03, and I had the tape. I was frantic trying to find the tape player so I could hear that.
Darrell.
Alright, so I know a lot of cats that grew up in the suburbs and had it all and shit, but they wanted to dabble in to, you know, what they consider gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So like with you know, shortening all that aspect of it all, what would you do to these suburban gangsters, is what my homie called them? What would you do with these kids to show them that they really don't want that shit?
Nice.
Busted Cabernet.
Just have them come stay with me. come live with me for like, not just a month, because maybe not enough's going on. Definitely in the summer, or the whole summer. I would have them come stay with me for a summer. You know what I mean?
These kids scared to go out to Norfolk in general.
Yep.
That's the A right there.
And my street is my block is a legendary part of Norfolk. I'm from 28 and Gunsmoke. You know what I mean? And I would love for them to just get a taste of it, because these clowns come out and have so much influence. I swear, they have so much influence, and they have, you know, these young people following them, and they gassing them up like, yeah, this is the life, and they never lived it. It's nothing cool about not being able to feed your kids unless you got food stamps, and they all run out by the 17th. They're not designed for them to last the whole month, but they tell you that they are. You know what I mean? It's no way that by the 17th you don't have no food stamps and you're trying to figure out how to feed your kids. They can't know that. They can't know that and be glorifying it in that fashion. And There's nothing cool about, I mean, selling dope and being able to buy a Lexus in one day. But in 15 minutes, you can get pulled over and go to jail for the rest of your life.
I know you for your eroticism, but I've noticed wait a minute, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Would you say that you have transitioned, or is that still a part of you?
It's very much still a part of me.
Let me see if I can answer that to a degree. I think your work, this is me speaking personally as a fan of your work, I think your work has matured in that area. I don't know about you personally, maybe you still the same person.
Oh yeah.
But your work has definitely gotten more mature and more, I hate to say earthy, but of the people?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It just, I'm still.
It's like you're talking less
basically,
about
I'm still
you
a
and more
freak,
about-
100%. Don't get it
Is that what
twisted.
you want to
I'm
know?
still 100% a freak, but as far as the music go, I feel like that's not necessarily what the people need to hear from me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not as important to me anymore to get it out, and that's not like really my main message anymore. Y'all know I'm nasty. I don't got to.
Joel?
Sorry for fucking up that.
Nah, we had miscommunicate. I did my
It's
part
okay.
of messing that up.
And secondly, do you usually start with lyrics or beats?
Oh,
Good question.
Depends. Sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna admit this because we're in a room full of artists, so I can't be the only one. I talk to myself. Yeah. Okay. All right. So sometimes I talk to myself and I say some shit and I be like, damn, that was dope. I just walk around doing something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cooking a steak or something and be like, cooking this steak. Watch me flip it. I go, oh shit, that was dope. And I play with it for like 10 minutes before I think about finding the beat for it or something. And sometimes I just hear a beat, maybe even if it's someone else's song, I hear a beat and be like, oh my God, I gotta find an instrumental for that. I mean, it comes, whatever form it comes in, I'll take it.
The rap.
Why you
Sorry.
go by 7?
Because, alright, boom. What's the 7th letter of the alphabet?
G.
I am that. I'm a G. Also, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Call me 7.
Anybody else? Tab.
Alright, so something along the lines of what Life in General had to ask you. You're able to deliver content that you may not necessarily be going through anymore. For those moments on stage where you tap into an aspect of your life that you may not necessarily be going through. What's it like to transform for those couple of minutes to really give people a genuine performance?
Without sounding too crude, it's like it's kind of like an orgasm. Feels good to get it off. You know what I mean? I like the. It feels good. That's why I do it, because it feels. Well, that's one reason why I perform out loud. Because I like to revert back to that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's an angry energy I get sometimes, and it just feels good to get it out. Wait, what was the question?
Seems like it's answered.
All right. If you could leave the audience with one final thought, what would it be?
I want to thank for that. And I watched 2 people do it. I love y'all. You love me too.
One more time for 7. All right. So I'm gonna do a very short poem because I think it kind of goes with what we're gonna do next. This is called Art Appreciation. Canvas, practice your techniques with me. Kiss like Bristle does acrylic, show yourself. Organic gallery, I will study every brushstroke, memorize your color palette, admire your masterpieces until I've mastered every piece of you. Learn to love every hue of you, every sincere shade, casual color blend. Remove the tint from my bloodstream and paint yourself alive. Outline me in your boldest black and fill me in as you wish.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So, this feature Sunday, we have our very first visual artist feature of the year in 2015, and we're very, very happy to have her. I'm actually super excited because I was told that she's been turning down features left and right, and she actually accepted here at the venue. So we're very lucky to have Miss India Downey. Clearly she doesn't necessarily perform on the stage, but we're gonna let her do a Q&A portion just like everybody else. So if I could direct everyone's attention to the back corner of the room where her work is, feel free to stand up and walk on over. I'll meet you in the corner. Make some noise for India. All right, so anybody got a question for India to start off?
Yep. That paint right there. I
Oh.
got my eye on it.
Me too.
We can have a bidding war here. Right. Well, can you explain it to me? Because I'm not arty. I don't really know what I'm looking at, but tell me what was going on when you painted it, like what was going through your head.
When I painted this one, honestly, a lot of times when I'm painting, I'm usually just watching like a bunch of movies, and I'm usually really high. So I just kind of paint whatever comes to me, whatever I'm inspired by at the moment, usually from whatever I'm seeing like on the screen. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. I don't really know a lot to say. Like,
That's
I don't
fine.
know.
Do you have a favorite piece of the ones you've got on display here?
No, my favorite piece is at the house. It's the Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Oh,
you saw.
that one.
Yeah, I'll never bring that up.
I got a question for you. Do you feel like I had this thing where I feel like if there was more art and like readily available for people that would change how we as a collective act towards one another and just how we move about in the world in general. So what would you think the outcome would be if there was more street art in the 757?
That would be awesome. I think that would be great.
Because we're such a conservative area. Well, not we, as in us, but like
Yeah,
the people that control this shit around here. They're so conservative in the ways of things. So.
That would be great because I know a lot of artists who ask me, where, well, what do you like? How do I get involved in shows? How do I find vendors? And it's really hard. I wish that they would let artists, just street artists, come out and set up a tent just anywhere and just vendor without having to pay like out the ass or anything. Because I've had to do that before too. So that would be great.
So it's like the graffiti. And has that inspired you at all before?
Graffiti, not.
Really?
No, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
No, but I appreciate any kind of art, but that's just not normally what I would, gravitate to.
Buddy's got a question.
Yeah, it's kind of a two-part. One, how many years have you been painting?
Mostly just within the last year.
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I used to like draw and color and stuff here and there, but since I left my job, I just have all this free time. I was able to just paint like my ass off. I didn't even realize that I can paint until I quit my job, really. And started doing it more often.
What got you, inspired to start painting or show your art?
Miss Jackson, the woman that painted this, I love her to death.
Of course, you got to.
Yeah, I love her to death. And she was actually one of the first people that I met throughout like the 757 community. And she came to my house one time and just started painting, and it just took off from there. And I did she did this like poetry contest. You write a poem to this painting, and then if you win, you get the painting. So that's how I met her. So
Right.
she brought the painting over to my house, and I love her. She's awesome. Yeah. And honestly, if it wasn't for her, I probably would not even paint. Like if she ever came to my house at one time, I probably wouldn't even do it.
Tyler?
You mentioned a lot of times you paint while watching movies. So what movies? What kind of movies do you like? What's your favorite?
I really like musicals a lot. Yeah, I really am into musicals, and I really like old black and white creeper type of movies.
Woohoo!
Yeah, this is what I like. And I was telling Darrell earlier, Hulu has this category where they just have all classic movies, and I just sit and I just watch that like forever. Those are my favorite things. Yeah.
Jay, you saw you had a question.
In your work, you know, they talk about 4 natural elements: earth, air, fire, water. Throw in whatever other things you consider elements. What do you feel is your most what element inspires you the most?
Element, water, probably, because you can manipulate water in lots of ways, especially if you're mixing it with paint. You can thin it out, or you can just create different textures with it. So I'd probably say water.
Speaking of water, tell us what you did with that piece there on the end.
This is a water and either rubbing alcohol or peroxide. I can't remember which one I used. I have to, and because either rubbing alcohol or peroxide thins out paint, so I used water and just paint, just regular 59-cent acrylic paint from Walmart. Yeah, and I just mixed it and did you turn that on?
How do you know that it would do that?
Well, I was thinking when I was younger, because I know that there's something that you can use to thin paint to make it really runny without using a paint thinner, because the paint thinner will change the color of the paint sometimes. So I remember this science project that I did when I was a kid, and it involved dish soap and pepper, I think, and salt, some weird concoction. But if you mix it right, the pepper and the salt and shit will like repel from everything. So I figured I can just try and make something like that to help mix with the paint. So I went on YouTube, found a bunch of tutorials, and that's what a lot of artists were using. So I figured it was something I could do. I knew it was an easier way.
Nice. Anybody else have a question?
Isaac had a question.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, I was
We'll come back to
wondering,
you.
as like a painter and artist, like which kind of like color scheme do you prefer better, like cooler colors or warmer colors?
I really like warm colors. And I'm trying really hard to stay away from warm colors, because a lot of the things that I'm painting are kind of starting to look the same in my opinion, but I just can't help it. I really like earth tones. Yeah, they speak to me.
Tab?
I was curious, do you have any rough drafts, or are most of these just in one shot?
These are all just, I have a rough draft of that Alice in Wonderland piece, and that the kitty one. Those are the only 2 I have sketches of. Everything else I just, they get painted over like 1,000 times before I realize what they're gonna be. Yeah,
Okay.
so none of these were like, okay, I know I'm gonna paint this, and then it shows up. It's just like, we'll just throw some paint on the canvas and see what happens. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a final thought to leave us all with?
You guys are awesome, because I'm friends with Lalia on Facebook, and like I never met y'all in person. Yeah, so it's just nice to finally see you guys in person. I don't
You
feel
too.
like as a stalker. I stalk a lot of y'all. I know I do. I stalk a lot of y'all, especially Taz. I don't know where she is, but she was here.
Let me take a quick time out to kiss the whole team's ass. The fact that we accepted her via internet
Seriously though.
and she's family already, that says a lot about how much we love each other. So give it up for yourselves. And let's hear it one more time for India. All right, welcome back everyone. How's everybody feeling? Is everybody still with me?
Oh yeah!
Yeah. All right. We still have 4 amazing performers up for you this evening, and our very next performer I'm super excited to introduce. I met this gentleman in Richmond when I was up there visiting, and I stopped in to Slam Richmond. Pardon me. And then a bunch of them came down here, and he was nice enough to continue to join us. Thank you. All right. I really enjoy this gentleman's work. I quickly became a fan. He has such a wide range of subject matter. I saw online that he was planning on doing a love set tonight. And what's a good poem show without some love poems, right? Yeah. So make some noise and welcome back to the venue, Mr. Tyler Eldred.
Yeah!
I realize I'm not much. Scattered assortment of cobbled together parts strung up with strings and sinews. I'm oxidized engineering and I'm covered in dust. Sometimes when I speak, I'm a sputtering carburetor. My words, they backfire more often than not. It's true. Got a couple of screws, bands, and flywheels loose. But she's made of something different. I'm all numbers and levers. She's colors and poetry. I'm gaskets and rivets. She's thunder and lightning. If I were a train engine, she'd be a hang glider. If I'm a watchtower, she's Aurora Borealis.
Wow.
Realize what she unlocks in me. These tumblers open up, twisting on pulleys. Electricity arcs across my skin, propellers whirling. The thrumming of this turbine is actually palpitating. In other words, she makes me happy. But I've been thinking a lot about broken things lately. Latches they catch and they slip. Support beams crack under stress. Power cords they disconnect sometimes. But what if it started working? What if these gearboxes all started turning, an intricate labyrinth of interlocking parts, all beyond our comprehension? We don't understand the blueprints, but somehow this is happening. Somehow this is going somewhere. What if there were smooth grooves and pieces inside of our souls which somehow fit perfectly? What if midnight strikes and suddenly everything clicks? We're the first to discover perpetual motion. All of that happens. What happens next? That first one was called Broken Things, for lack of a better title. Not the lack of the better title part, just the Broken Things part. My name is Tyler. Some know me by my stage name, Grilled Cheese.
Grilled Cheese.
I decided to do a set of love poems for you guys just because I feel like that brings out the best part of me. I feel like that's something that I want to show the world. I think that's a story that I want to tell. So I've got 3 more for you guys.
Come on.
It's like the sky before a storm. The skies, I swear, change color. There is moisture in the air. The wind is changing its shapes. The heavens rumble. Growing auspice of its home. These moments when I kiss you, everything's different. Can you feel the raindrops as they slide across our skin, each one a tiny vignette, a memory of us. Each droplet of thread weaving a tapestry, the story of us together. Do you feel the gusts? They knock us down just to bring us back up. We are surrounded by mist, caught up in this icy torrent. Buildings all collapse and crumble away. There is only you and me, like 2 single stars in the galaxy. A singularity, time stops, goes back in the opposite direction.
They say in ancient days, during thunderstorms, cavemen would cower in awe and terror. They would retreat to their caves, slather paint on their hands with ecstatic fervor, create murals on the walls, depictions not of the weather, but prophecies of us together in this moment. Such peace, such bliss, such joy, such sweetness. In these moments, I kissed you. Or at least how I imagined it. I'm sitting in a cafe in Norfolk watching the rain fall. And thought of you. Shout out to Cafe Stella, the actual cafe where that actually happened.
Nice.
Shout out to wearing Cafe Stella shirt. You can pretend that poem's about him if you want.
Hogan's plug.
This next one is one of my more signature pieces. I had some friends come and visit me at a poetry show. I said, you know, well, you got to tell me something to write about, so that way I'm writing about what you told me, and you can't judge me for what I wrote about because that's what you told me to do. So they said, one guy said, put the word Fortnite in a poem, and the other one said Maverick. And anyways, this was a poem I was thinking about for a while, and here's what happened. Together, comma, we can defeat the Jabberwocky, period. My dear, he said, we are in terrible danger. At midnight, the Jabberwocky is coming. His claws are sharp. His gaze is utterly pitiless. He is coming to devour us like tiny Triscuits or small organic trim skin. For 40 fortnights, our fearsome fanged foe forages through the forest, feasting on fear and frantic ferrets. His giant glowing eyes, looming through the night, he spies his target. The Jabberwocky slithers hither to our doorstep. Quick, board up the doors, block out the window, stock up on snacks and on Netflix. We can winter here for the summer, but above all, stay vigilant. And if we are lucky, we can make it meet its jabber maker. If that Maverick-Wocky breaks through that barrier, we should come prepared for anything, be it fire-type flying, fighting, or water. And whatever you do, do not look into its eyes. Something terrible will happen. Probably. Hopefully not. My dear, he said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve with you. But if that monster breaks through these walls, as I fear that he will come for our relationship first. He will tear open old wounds, set fire to our fears, rear his ugly head, corner us into boredom and depression. Yes, you think I've been joking, but the Jabberwocky is real. What other possible explanation can we give to the wreckage it causes? All of these countless victims, and I just want us to be prepared for that. Together, comma, we can defeat the Jabberwocky. Exclamation mark, we will chortle in the face of fear, sneak up on him with love, throw him in a headlock, sit on his stomach, yell ridiculous haikus and overstretched metaphors. We will find some kind of word and weapon, find each other's hearts, and strike true. We will vanquish this evil, send it back to whence it came, come triumphantly galumphing away to victory. I am not afraid of the Jabberwocky so long as we can face it with a sense of humor. I'm doing a feature a month from now at 5 Points and Market in Norfolk. That's going to be on July 19th, and you can talk to me about that if you want more details, whatever. So I've got one more for you guys. And I read this one on Valentine's Day to the girl it was about.
Bye.
When the bell rings as I enter, and I take a big, deep breath of the earthy and floral air inside of the room, the shopkeeper gives me a sidelong glance. When you sell flowers for a living, you get used to spotting the crazy ones. Do you already have in mind what you would like to get? She asks. I pause. Roses. No. Tulips. No. Lilies. No, tulips and lilies and mums. No. Sunflowers. Bring me dozens upon dozens of sunflowers. I will load them up into a truck, rearrange them against the wall. Still, that will not be radiant enough for how I feel when I'm around her. Come on. The hues of these violets are so lovely, but they do not cut as deeply as she does. It's like she stole something, and whatever it was belongs to her now. I guess that's what they mean by breathtaking. Ask me, this baby's breath is far too reserved. There should be an army of bulbs spilling outward like a waterfall of laughter. You know, I once wrote in a poem about the ocean of stars that I see when I look at her, still not feel like enough. And the sweet and sacred scent of lavender never make me forget where my home is. There is no possible arrangement to this bouquet of hope to surprise her, amaze her like the trembling hand turning the pages of a novel, keep her wondering like she does. I look around this room and I'm beginning to realize there's nothing in this store that could be enough. Shopkeeper replies, if you didn't know that already, you are a bigger fool than I thought. I sigh, turn to leave, the bell rings, the shopkeeper replies, just breathe. And you will be fine eventually. I'm Kyle, you guys have been great. I'm on Twitter, I'm on WordPress, I'm on Facebook, so come talk to me if you're interested.
One more time for Tyler. I'm sure there's going to be a flood of questions. Who's got the first one? Jarrell.
There's a lot of visuals with your pieces, man. So like, if you can have one of your pieces visualized, not just like not just like with the video. I'm talking about like your metaphors and stuff actually being visualized as how you say them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be, what medium would you want it to be in?
What medium? That's a great question. One of the things, talking about visuals, one of the things that I like to say about poetry is that you have an infinite special effects budget. You can have things happen in it that you just can't have happen in real life, not even with the best, graphics or whatever. So, I mean, to me, poetry is it's an art form that's kind of unlike a lot of other forms like that. But I don't know, I've really liked music, and I would like to see music involved in, depictions of what I was trying to describe. So.
I saw Taz's hand up.
I feel like I can hear that you write in form, like in some type of form, poetry form.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you perform in form?
You're talking about like poetry structure?
Like, yeah, structure, how you write it. Do you feel like you're performing it on the line breaks, or is the performance more natural than the writing?
Well, I mean, they really come hand in hand. Obviously I have like deliberate breaks. I employ some rhyming, certain parts where it gets loud and soft, and that's me just trying to, take the words of the poem and bring it to life. A lot of times, the mood, the emotion, the facial expression, the hand gesture, or whatever, that comes at the same time as the words, if not before. So it's, I guess it's been an effort of just kind of take that emotion, take that expression, and just kind of push in all of those directions. I guess that's the way I see it. I don't know if I answered your question. I think I'm rambling.
This is a two-parter. You have a lot of narrative.
Yes.
And in your narrative, there are two characters that are there a lot. One of them is you.
Yes.
How often is it you, or a character that you're developing as you?
Oh, it's, wait. Can you go over that? So are you trying to,
How
you ask
often is
like
it you yourself, or how often are you imagining someone that's presenting the role?
Oh, it's always myself. I try to get as personal as I can with my poems. I always try to get as close to my skin. So even in the Jabberwocky poem where I'm saying like he said, she said, no, it's me and I'm talking to somebody else. So that's that's the approach I take. I like to just be as close to the skin as possible. To me, that's one of the best things you can do in poetry. Just interactions amongst people. You said you had another part of that
Yeah,
question.
the second part is similar. The other character is you or her or she.
Yeah.
How often is that a real you, her, or she, or is it sometimes
Same
talking to
thing.
someone you made
It's,
up?
all these poems are about the same girl. She's heard all of them. So, yeah.
What poets influenced you to write?
I don't study as the greats as much. A lot of the more famous names as as much as I probably should, or as much as people would recommend. Part of that is laziness as an artist, at my point, and the other part of that is just a want to kind of do my own thing. But there's definitely artists that influenced me. I think Sal Landicho, who lives in DC, he runs Slam Richmond. He was really influential on me trying to bring a lot of emotion, bring a lot of voice out in my poems, hand gestures, storytelling. So that really comes to mind. Amongst the ones you can see videos of, I'm a really big fan of what I've seen of Dylan Garrity. I mean, I think his heart is in the right place in terms of not taking this stuff too lightly and just being serious about a lot of these important things. So those are two names that come to mind. A lot of musical influences. There's a hardcore punk band called Touche Amore I'm a really big fan of. It just varies.
7?
What's your name on Facebook? I'm trying to search right now.
First name Tyler, Tyler. Last name Eldred. I'm Darrell's friend if you want to find me that way. Jordan's friend too, I think.
That's my friend. Hey, you look like you black up here.
What?
And the lazy pig. You a software engineer?
Yep,
okay,
that's me.
That's me.
That's my foreign day job.
All right. Tab?
Where'd you get the name grilled cheese from?
That's an excellent question. The first time I went to Slam Richmond, you're going to hear me say that a lot because that's a venue I go to a lot, kind of brought this art form that you're seeing now to life. The first time I came there, I read a poem called How to Make a Postmodern Grilled Cheese Sandwich, and they just remembered me from that grilled cheese sandwich poem, so they called me Grilled Cheese, and I guess the name just stuck. I was happy to keep it around. As soon as I found out it wasn't, actually derogatory or anything.
Your poetry evokes a lot of raw emotion.
Yeah.
And what I want to know is, do you live emphatically that way? Expressively.
Well, I don't know. I think that the degree to which I put lots of emotion out in my poetry speaks to the fact that I prioritize it, and I think that bleeds into what we could call my ordinary life. I also think it's, obviously true that when I'm on the stage, I'm a little bit of a character of myself. I'm not necessarily that emotionally extreme when you talk to me in person, but I do talk with my hands. I do consider myself a romantic person that is passionate about life, and if I turned it out to act a little bit more like me on stage, I don't think I'd exactly mind that. So.
Nice.
All right, one final thought you'd leave this audience with.
You don't get to choose who you love, and that's a goddamn shame.
One more time for Tyler Eldred. We're friends on Facebook. Find us. Become friends. All right. So we got 3 more amazing acts. Is everybody still with me?
Yeah.
All right. If you're not with me, go get coffee. And is everybody ready for their next act?
Yeah.
I think I need y'all to make a little bit more noise than that. All right. This next gentleman is like a brother to me. He cut his teeth here at the venue, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? 2 years ago? 2 years ago. And we're just, he's Joel. He's Joel, and he's just as much a part of the venue as these walls or this floor are. And I'm just ecstatic that he's featuring for us this evening. Please put our hands together for my brother, Joel Palila.
Hello!
What up, what up?
Yes, please give it up for everybody you've seen so far. This has been an amazing show. Awesome. I have literally enjoyed everybody emphatically. Have any of y'all heard the phrase, every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten?
Yes.
I had kind of a personal experience with it the other night. I'll explain. I will explain. So I'm driving home down Granby the other night, and a kitten runs across the road in front of my car. I swerve out of the way. I do not hit the kitten. But I don't know, something inside me, I want to save this kitten. I don't know why. I hate cats. I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
But it's a helpless little kitten. It needs my help, right? So I turn around to save the kitten, and I run over the kitten. Am I going to be judged for this?
No.
I was like, wait, was some 12-year-old masturbating and I was the hand of God in this situation? Was there some divine inspiration going on here? I don't know. I'm a messenger of the Lord, that's what I
Yeah. Life.
Man, commercials, there are some weird commercials out there. Like, I saw one, it was a law firm advertising about defective GM vehicles. And they were talking to me, and they said, have you ever been injured in a GM vehicle? Or even died? How am I supposed to answer that question? Like, I don't know, I'm dead on the inside. I'm not from a GM vehicle. The Navy's doing a pretty good job at that. Any other military in the house? Woo! Yeah! Thank you for your service. You're welcome for mine, y'all. Now, it's not just commercials, though. Radio ads are pretty weird. I heard one for T-Mobile. It went like this. They were selling their Family of 4 data plan. And it said, you should get our Family of 4 data plan. And if you don't have a family of 4, get busy. Is that why people are having kids now? To save on cell phone data? To get a better deal? Is that why there's so many unwanted children at Walmart? Shut up, Timmy, I just had you for the sale. Sounds like a few of Timmy this week. I heard another one for ECPI University. It went like this. It was, Joe was a struggling musician, and he got tired of that. So he went to ECPI University, and now he's a computer technician, blah, 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 blah. What I heard was, Joe was a struggling musician, and he gave up on his dreams. So he went to ECPI University, now he works a 9 to 5, I want to shoot myself job. ECPI, you can give up on your dreams too. I really can't hate that much. I'm in online college right now. My degree is in general studies, because that's my passion. I'm super excited about it. Commercials, sequels. I feel like every time I go to the movies, more than half of the previews are for something I've seen already. Like I walked past a Redbox yesterday, it said Step Up 5, all in. No. Step down. Please. Step off a cliff, dance off a cliff, I don't give a shit. We don't need that in our lives. Nothing will be worse than the Land Before Time series though. No, I'm serious. Land Before Time 14 is coming out later this year. Did you guys know that? Probably not. Have you guys seen Land Before Time 13? Probably not. That shit was crazy. Littlefoot dropped out of college and is smoking weed. Spike is the mayor of the Great Valley. How that happened, I don't know. Sarah's stripping at Jurassic Jiggle. Yeah! It's out of control. It is out of control, people. You know what else is out of control? Shitty rap lyrics. Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some pretty bad ones out there. We can all agree, right? I think we've come to that conclusion already. But I heard the worst ones. This guy literally said, I'm over that drama like Hotel Rwanda. Are you kidding me? Like, that was genocide. I don't think anybody in Rwanda is over that drama. Like, I don't know, I've never heard a Jew say, you know what, Hitler wasn't that bad, I'm over it. I've never heard an Armenian say, I'm visiting Turkey this summer. I'm over it. Don't worry for any of y'all who didn't get that last reference. From 1915 to 1918, the Ottoman Empire, which is now Turkey, we're going to do some learning together, inflicted a genocide upon the Armenian people, killing 1.5 million Armenians. Holy shit, right? We can all agree that's a genocide.
Yeah.
But that is the reason why the Kardashians are in this country, and I am not over that drama. Not over it. So when I was born 9 pounds 10 ounces. Wow, right? Big ass baby is right. I was very large. But after 3 months, I weighed under 9 pounds. I wasn't gaining weight, I was losing weight because when my mom would feed me, I would immediately throw up. It should have been apparent that I was not going to like boobs later in life.
Oh my god.
I usually have to let that one sink in for a couple people. And there's still like one person that just doesn't get it yet. It's okay, you'll get it in a second. I was also raised Mormon. That was fun. It's usually the reaction I get, oh, sorry. I saw an ad on the internet that said, Mormons believe in Christ. I think they were missing a very important subtitle. And a lot of other messed up shit.
Oh my god.
I always find it funny that a religion that practiced polygamy has a problem with me wanting to marry just one dude. Just one. That's it. That's it. All right, got that last person. They should be on board now. So yes, I am gay, and I'm here to talk about some real issues, folks. I'm here to talk about social injustice going on in our country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Oregon to Indiana, hardworking gay Americans are being denied cakes from bakery to bakery. To crying shame, people.
Yeah.
Hashtag gay cakes matter. I'm saying it. I am saying it. I wonder though, how does that happen? How does a homophobic baker come to be? Like, yeah, Mom and Dad, I want to bake cakes and slam pussy. Praise Jesus. Oh, so Johnny got an Easy Bake Oven for his 7th birthday, and he's still straight? Okay. I'm sorry, but any job that squeezes white icing out of a cupcake piping tube. That's what it's called. Just gotta have a little flick of the wrist. There's gotta be some sweetness in that cupcake. Apparently we can't have pizza at wedding receptions either. What kind of gay couple is gonna have pizza at their wedding reception? Probably a redneck couple that's playing cornhole at the party. And I'm not gonna be there anyway. No offense, just not my crowd. It's just pizza. It's not like they're taking bottomless mimosa brunches away from the gay community. You take brunches away from the gay community, there will be riots in the streets. Talking social unrest, people. When I came out to my parents, though, they said I had till the end of the month to leave. This was in February. I was like, come on, can't I have till March 3rd? I mean, any other month. It's not fair.
Oh my god.
But they did make the correct decision to ask me to leave. Because they knew that I would breathe into my younger brother's ears while they were sleeping and pass the gay on.
Oh my god.
That's how this happens, in case you didn't know.
Holy shit.
Dropping some true knowledge. You know, it's kind of like that scene in Dumbo where the mouse crawls into the circus tank. You guys know what I'm talking about? Lifts up the ear. Yeah. Women are gross. And then you wake up and it's not a choice anymore.
Oh
They probably didn't like the fact that I quit college to be gay full time either. Wasn't really their ideal plan for their eldest Mormon boy.
Oh my.
But I did go to a Mormon college. That was fun. BYU. They called me the other day. They left a voicemail, and it said, "Hi, this message is for Joel Palia. If Joel Palia could give us a call back, we'd appreciate it. We're updating our records." All right, I know you're asking for money, but what is up with my name? I feel like in this guy's mind, he was trying to convince himself that BYU is more diverse than it actually is. Like the campus isn't 99.4% white. Like, see, we're diverse. Joel Palia went here. Yeah, Joel Palia went here. And then I get invited to this diversity conference, you know, because it's gonna happen, I guess. And they're like, oh, we'd like to welcome Joel Palia to the stage. Hey! Wrong kind of diversity. Sorry, Mormons. Sorry about it. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Last joke. So, a lot of times people ask me, they're like, how did you know? How'd you know you were gay? I didn't find out for sure until I was 22. I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I found it out because I had to get an ultrasound on my balls. There was a lump there. The doctor's like, all right, let's put an ultrasound on, see what's going on. So I get to the clinic, and my ultrasound technician, I mean, she's beautiful, she's hot. And I'm like, oh shit, what if something happens? Like, am I gonna have to question my identity twice before I'm 25? Like, no thank you. So we get in there, she takes the warm jelly, she rubs it on my balls, and she takes the ultrasound wand, and she proceeds to massage my balls. And me and her, we're just chatting, shooting the shit, talking about how military healthcare is better than civilian healthcare because you don't have to deal with insurance and you can really focus on the patient. Her youngest son has a mental disability, my youngest brother has autism. You guys, nothing happened. And that's how I knew. I was legit gay. It was a comforting feeling. All right, very strong ending joke. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you guys.
Keep it going for Joel, everybody. All right. So who's got the first question for Joel? In the back.
I want a song. You want a song?
Mm-hmm. Give him a song.
I got hope.
specializes in Disney.
Oh, this one's been in my mind. Can I lay by your side next to you? Okay.
Tyler.
Hey, so you mentioned you were raised Mormon. I take it you're not particularly Mormon anymore.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. What was that process like? Was there a point in time you switched over? Was it a gradual thing?
It was definitely gradual. It was definitely gradual, and then there was one point in time where like I went back for like 2 months and said, it was when I was 19 or 18. I was like, I'm not gonna be gay anymore, and yeah, that shit didn't work for too long. I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. So it was a very back and forth mind fucking process. So that was cool.
Darrell.
Alright, can you define your evolution from the first fucking time you touched the stage to now, where you are, like, you know, hosting at Funny Bone and all that kind of shit?
Oh, well, my first time doing stand-up was on this stage. So just to put that out there, this place like means the world to me. Like this place is everything to me. So anyway, back to your question.
Joel, don't cry.
Evolution, I mean, I don't know, I started and I just couldn't stop. And I don't know, I keep doing it. And somehow, by virtue of continuing to do it, I continue to get better. And I don't know, I haven't stopped a steady climb. And I don't know, I continue to keep rising.
You said you were in the Navy.
Yes.
How long have you been in the Navy?
4 years.
So when they, kind of scratched the don't ask, don't tell, I'm sure that time before then, it differs extremely, like a lot after the time when they can accept. What was that transition like for you, and how did that affect you mentally?
I don't have much personal experience with that because it got transitioned when I was in A school. So
Okay.
I wasn't in the fleet yet. So I didn't have any real world Navy experience with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So I consider myself lucky that I kind of came into a fleet that it was already wiped away.
Okay.
So.
Kitty?
You are a comedian, an actor, a singer. Which is most important to you?
Actually, within the last year, comedy became most important to me. I had my singing before that, and I was like, okay, well, I'm good at that. And then there was kind of this transition period of like, oh, okay, I'm better at comedy than I am at singing now. Okay, that's cool. So,
You're also a really
comedy
good
is definitely the most
actor.
important because that's what I want. That's what I want
You're
to
an
do.
awesome actor. I saw your show Christmas. It was like amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, Joel's been in quite a number of local stage productions here in Hampton Roads.
Two, but
More than, thank you, more than 7. More than 7. Tab?
Yeah. So if you could headline for any comic, who would it be and why?
Ooh. Tab's always good.
like headline. Are you open?
Yes.
Open. Oh gosh. I have no idea.
Is that dead or alive?
Probably Aziz Ansari. I really like I feel like he's young, he's with the times, and he is coming out with like an hour every single year. It's crazy. And I think he's fucking awesome. I like it.
Jay?
Oh, I was gonna piggyback off the question, you've done this, what's next? What do you think your next evolution will be?
I feel like I've found comedy, and my evolution will continue to be in comedy. I might do other side stuff, but the more work I get doing comedy, it's harder for me to do other things. So.
All right, what could you leave this audience? Oh, James Bain?
Top 3 comics that are alive.
Oh man, like I said, I side note to that, I don't really watch a lot of comics because when you watch, what?
That's how you keep her unique.
Exactly. When you watch other comedians, or I think maybe even with other artists, if you watch it too much, you start to take on their style and their cadence. So I see enough live comedy. Like a part of me doesn't watch too much to kind of keep my own voice at this level. All right. Anyway, one thing to leave with the audience: don't wait till something drastic happens to chase your dreams.
Keep it going for Joel Kalila. All right. So is everybody ready for our next act?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So I am super duper excited to introduce this next performer. This young lady goes by many names. Andre Taylor dubbed her CJ the DJ, because she used to run sound for us in the back. We call her affectionately Little Mighty, because she's little and she's mighty. See how we did that? And she, like I said about Joel, the same applies to her. She is a Feature Sunday alumni. She is a member of Dee Dee's, one of the original members of Dee Dee's Acting for Poets class, and a continuing member of Dee Dee's Acting for Poets class. She's been in several side events that we've done here, plays and poetry shows, and she's just a very integral part of the poetry community and the arts community at large here in Hampton Roads. And we're just very proud to be able to say she's one of ours. So please welcome to the venue stage, CJ the DJ, aka Little Mighty, aka CJ Expression.
When I first came here, I'd watch how people came in and they'd write. And I noticed a lot of them use ink pens. And I used to think, how confident they must be. These poets who use ink pens. Stains on parchment can't be erased when dry, or even blotted away without notice to the keen eye. Glancing at the number 2, clenched firmly in my left hand, the rubber tip well worn from meeting paper's grain, I realized how thoughtless my capture had been. Each snag of lines fished from my brain. Quick as a flash, the revelation was like lightning. My peers don't use ink pens due to error lapses. They still make mistakes, cross out words, and blow punctuation errors out their asses. They write with pen as a link to their responsibility, symbolizing the permanency that printed words can mean, and the impact left on audiences when their spoken word is seen. And speaking of things that people say, you should really be careful, because around poets, anything you say will end up in a poem. Like this. I was out shopping and heard, I only date women who are a size 8 or smaller. I overheard while out, walking nearby 2 cat callers, gazing at them through the store racks, though they didn't see me. I promptly smiled and added their faces to memory. Duly noted. I thought of them as I contemplated on speaking to those who so swiftly discounted and berated, shopping for women by label, just like they were clothes. Oh, the many things I could tell them that I know. Judging the quality of a woman by her dress size? The mere fact I had heard it had me rolling my eyes. Time slowed still for a moment as I was wondering if, I should help them or let them fall off that proverbial cliff. No one orders a dinner steak to enjoy that's all bone. So why seek a person like that by that rule to take home? Perhaps in their own lustful eyes, with their big and tall size, skinny chicks would better be able to straddle their thighs. But, see, curvy women, we know our way around the bedroom. Exactly where to touch, how to teach, and make our men swoon. A woman's character is not defined in her closet. It's not in her lipstick, her hair, jean size, or corset. A man's measure is not in his gloves or shoes. Choosing those criteria for love, you're gonna lose. A person's talents as a partner is found in their heart. You'd better look there seeking a good relationship start. So, I imagine the sad future of the two wayward men, using only their requirement. Try to see them then. Her well-manicured nails are painted twinkle toe pink. In the crib, the baby screams and dishes pile in the sink. Lovely size 8, she's disinterested in him as of late. High credit bills, little sex, a messy house, what's to hate? The spell was broken by a giggle and my knowing smile. I quietly walked away down the department store aisle, said a prayer of genuine thanks for this blessing. With none of my free time spent out with them messing, those two are on my don't even bother list for Cupid. Because though you can change your size, you just can't fix stupid. A lot of things are said as psychological warfare, like, you should think outside the box. We're told while being held captive in mental crates designed by the system doing the squawking. Can you hear the people behind the 1% curtain laughing? Listen up and peek through the slats of their manipulation. Check boxes at birth indicate ethnicity, race, and gender. Labels assigned from the start. Data cited to build prisons and some schools. Before even learning to roll over and sit, your destiny is a cube. With a number 2 pencil in hand, standardized tests begin at age 9. Were you pegged as gifted, average, or a little slow? Results establish the future. How much time and money is spent per student in schools judging intelligence by shaded bubble? Conditioning. That's what's up at the dock. With their percentile charts of height, weight, and development, cartons of expectations, government mandates, statistics used to strike pharmaceutical deals, political pocket money earned while you worry about measuring up. Credit and employment forms require labeling ourselves. The final test. Gender? Check. Marital status? Check. Income? Check. Do you rent or own? Check. Criminal history? Facts are used to classify, gauge our worth, eligibility, and promise to generalize on public polls and pen us in as a demographic. Encourage to color, drive, and ultimately remain inside the lines. We are brainwashed into identifying with 4 walls and 4 corners. Though labels and containers are for canned goods and file folders, we leap like compliant sheep right into their boxes, so controlled that options outside the box cease to exist until the system reminds us. I invite you to opt out. Leave the box, leave the system. Make your own rules, like me. I am the missing chess piece. The pawn easily replaced with a penny, a button, or a soda bottle cap. While quick to find a substitute creatively with whatever was on hand, you missed the opportunity to learn why I escaped the game. Playing by the rules, moving in L's, single stomps, diagonal shifts, and frontal advancing assaults, the board still determines your options. As defector, I, the once pawn with queen dreams, move where and how I want in unlimited play space. A lot of you have heard my What If Nibbles piece. This is like a follow-up, What If Tidbits. It's questions and then ponderings. What if clouds could look lazily down at civilization while passing? Would they see definitive individual shapes or one large confused mass of active chaos? What if songbirds spoke English and had citizenship rights? Would they claim copyright infringement against Twitter for using tweets? What if ants and bees could talk to humans? Would they share the key to mass cooperation for survival or keep it as a trade secret? What if plant life was as valued as animal life? Would vegetarians be considered cruel, spawning non-profit Vita, vegans eating the animals? What if reincarnation was not exclusive to humankind, requiring only a rebirth in form? Would both water and energy be seen as wise beings, revered and treasured? What if the rainforest had a voice? Would it be a single tone, or a chorus whispering all the secrets held in its dense canopy? What if the great oaks, redwoods, and cypress trees could preach? Would a person's lifetime be enough to absorb all their knowledge? What if grass could speak English? Would the blades scream, "Keep off!" when walked on or mowed? What if brooks really babbled? Would they speak kindly to us? Or resent pollution and assign blame for allowing conversations to dry up?
Bars.
What if the stars were pinholes in a dark paper sky, so that divine elders could gaze at our world? Would they be pleased at what they see? What if extraterrestrials are watching Earth and everything we've done to it? Would they even bother to make a pit stop here? What if they had the answers and a plan to fix all our mistakes and restore balance to the Earth? Would they allow humans on their ark? Or let the virus drown? I'm doing something a little different tonight, and I'm going to invite you into my brain, because I have a person living there, and she's a little shy. She wants to read her first poem. And I have to bring her out using what she thinks are acorns. So, give me some snaps so she's not shy. Don't judge me.
That's put me up so hard.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm a little nervous, and CJ said that this was a great place for poets to come and do their first poem. Snap if that's true. I'm a little hungry. Confessions of a Runaway Squirrel. Hello, Father. Hello, Mother. I'm pleased to tell you I've lost my stutter. I climb high treetops and chatter, and grabbing seeds from below is no matter. I steer clear of cars and trucks now, and I'm grateful for you showing me how. We're building a perfect love nest. Me and Sammy, who Daddy called a pest. I'm not a bad squirrel or a slut, but I find myself completely addicted to his nuts. I'm Sammy's wife now, his honey, and our neighbors all swear we screw like bunnies. Thank you. Any questions?
Oh, you're done.
I'm done.
All right, so one more time for CJ Expression.
Kitty, right in front.
How hard was it to step outside of the box? The last piece I'm speaking of, because that's not good.
For me personally, I've never liked labels. I found that even growing up, I kind of circulated among, just like I do here, I circulate among the different archetypes of groups, and I don't see where I shouldn't fit into any of them, because I can relate to anybody. And I also did not like being penned in as any type of group, starting from a young age, like we were organized by height. I wanted to be in the fucking back. I didn't want to be in the front all the time. And so I kind of, from a very young age, looked at things through my own eyes instead of as everybody said I should. So for me it was actually harder to be outside the box, because that was the one thing that did make me different. I wasn't pressured into staying in a box because of peer pressure or fear of being different. And sometimes that was more difficult than the actual stepping out.
Anybody? Sense in the middle?
What causes you to be absolutely centered at every moment we interact with you?
Let's see. A lot of times it's a fake it till you make it. I'll be thinking about the response while I'm still leading up to it. But I've been through a lot in life, and I don't believe any experience is wasted as long as you learn from it. So I try to accumulate all of that knowledge in anything I do beyond it, and if I can help somebody else learn through my experience or advice versus taking the hard road, I'd like to help them.
Yeah. I appreciate you so much.
I got one for you. What if you woke up as that girl tomorrow and lived as her for a week?
It sounds like she might be woke and funny. If I woke up as a squirrel, I think I would actually enjoy it. Because I think there's a sense of freedom that animals have that we don't.
Yeah. Anyone else? Sarah?
I just would like to say that you are so fucking adorable.
Thank you.
Every time that you say something, I'm like, how is she thinking that? Like, why? Where are you thinking that at?
Right.
Why? A lot, but definitely what you just said about being able to relate to everybody is so true. Everybody loves when you comment on their status, even if we don't understand what the fuck you just said. We love it. And I came to see you.
I had a very similar question. I was thinking about that Tidbits poem you wrote, and I was just trying to figure out like how you came
what
up
is
with
Nibbles
that
is like
poem.
that. She does
Like,
That's a sequel piece. You should hear the
One of the things I try to do, I guess because I was involved with so many different groups, and people think differently, especially if they come into something with biases, they think very differently. So I learned to think about things from all different angles, and that kind of translates into how I look at the world. I may not agree with something that somebody does, but if I really think on it long enough, I may be able to understand at least the reasoning that got them there. Not because I agree with it, but that the next time I run into somebody who thinks similarly, I'll be better prepared to work with them. And the same thing goes along with the world. Once you step out of the world of humans and think about the entire world, you can personify anything and wonder if it thinks.
One more question and then we'll give you a final thought. Is that
okay?
And here you gonna do with the rest of the balloons?
There was one person on Facebook that was saying it was their birthday today. Are they here?
Oh, Scott Will?
Yeah.
Nah, he not here.
Okay, so they're not here. The balloons are up for grabs.
I want them, my babies to love balloons.
I was thinking about your girls. That's why I asked if they were going to be here.
The boys and women and stuff.
As far as a final thought.
What would you like to leave us with?
As far as a final thought, I think it would be step outside your comfort zone. And once you can step outside your comfort zone, you can look at things from a whole nother perspective and not just get along with people better, but find your place in the scheme of everything. So step outside what you're familiar and what your normal is and experience something completely different, and you may just surprise yourself.
Yo.
One more time for CJ. So was everybody having a good time? So we are down to our last act of the evening. It's a little bit bittersweet because it's been a fun ride, but I don't necessarily want it to be over. This next act is a band. It's a two-piece band. We have a lovely, lovely vocalist and an incredible guitar player. They've been to the venue a handful of times, and they amaze every time. This past Monday, I had to, like, you know how it is on Monday nights. Everybody's been here. The list gets crazy. Had to cut them off. Didn't want to cut them off. So we're very, very lucky to have them here this evening. Please welcome to the venue stage, Anamity.
Dope name.
Well, actually, we've only been here like one time before this.
It was dope.
Last time I was here, I was like, I don't really talk much, especially in front of poets, but I'm better at singing my emotions than speaking them. I don't know.
So close, so far, slumming on those bars, talking business, rambling pizza, living it day by day. And you're asking for me to pay. The smell on your clothes linger, one of your callous fingers, delicate flower heart, loving me in the dark. But damn, those eyes have gotten me wired. They erase my thoughts, but damn, I am tired. I'll stay up all night and play it cool. Then I'll drive back home just to think of you. Airplanes, distance, bad resistance. My heart begins to bleed. Maybe it's best I leave, but baby, don't tie your hair up. Like it when you don't care. Oh, but I'll give you a few to break my heart with the blues. But damn, those eyes have gotten me wired. They erase my thoughts, but damn, I am tired. I'll stay up all night and play it cool. Then I'll drive back home just to think of you. But on my way out, I will leave a letter and don't leave a kiss. I think that you'll be better with something less than this. With something less than this. With nothing else in it. But damn, those eyes have gotten me wired. They erase my thoughts, but damn, I am tired. I'll stay up all night and play it cool. Then I'll drive back home just to think of you. But on my way out, I won't leave a letter and I won't leave a kiss. I think that you'll be better with something less than this. With something less than this. With nothing else in it.
I think the main reason why it's so nerve-wracking is because you guys are actually listening to the words. The song's called Pennies. The last one was Something Less to Miss.
A little cardboard house just sold up a little bit longer. The children have no idea. So just give me a couple days to gather the fabric of our lives and pack them up inside our shoulders. We'll make it with pennies and tired engines, big steps with our feet got a couple wines for dinner and some hand-me-downs for winter, and our sense of humor keeps us laughing. Well, who needs a dad when you got Big Brother? And who needs a friend when you got a little sister who loves you? Oh my God, with pennies on our knees everywhere we breathe. Those little products from the broken families, they shine just like glitter on the streets. There's no such mistake in a beating heart. They are just here to light the dark. They are just here to light the dark. And we'll make it with pennies and glitter. Love blisters will make it.
There's two loud songs that we have, and then there's more mellow.
Do a loud one.
I'm trying to keep it kind of quiet because.
Get in the mood. Get in the mood.
Do that loud shit.
What is it? Quiet them loud.
We smoke loud, might as well listen to
Okay. Okay, this is our loudest one.
Yes.
Bring it back. Song's called Sugar.
She's a cucumber, that's what all the kids say. She'll work 'em out all the way. Oh, just better keep it down or else the popo shows you out today.
So Wendy.
You got an A+, if you know what I mean. It says A+, stole away your esteem. Even if you walked away, she would've made you play. She's got a jar full of innocence locked up in her secret place. But keep on dancing. must be to make her feel a couple decades low. And she said, don't go talking, baby, oh, keep this secret to yourself. Like keep her dancing, baby, but if I ever see you, I will twist you just as crooked as your mind. And I little honey, you're a joke that isn't funny, and the end of you around is a big punchline. Why you crying? You're officially a man now. How you feeling? Keep this little secret to yourself. Why you crying? You're officially a man now. How you feeling? You're officially a man now. But keep on dancing, baby, but if I ever see you, I will twist you just as crooked as your mind. And I little honey, you're a joke that isn't funny, and the end of you around is a big punchline. She's a good girl. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. That's our last song.
Yeah, what's the last song gonna be?
Oh, I thought that was the last song.
No, do one more.
Oh, okay.
One more. Do the other loud one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This song's called Coldvania. Two wrongs don't make a right, but damn it, they were right. Kept me second guessing my own mind and made me feel alive. Even to a perception, then quit all my prescriptions. Cause all I needed was that vibe colliding into mine. The chaos comes in waves, crashing inside my brain. There is no door to shut. Forget it. No reason. We're all kinda mad here anyway. We are dreamers, keepers, balancing mania for the rest of our days. One time under the sun just isn't quite enough. We'll sing and scream and cry till we feel okay. They'll never understand our world of quicksand. Never quite used to touching the bottom. Forget it. No reason. We're all kinda mad here anyway. We are dreamers, keepers, balancing mania for the rest of our days. So cry with me, I'll be your reason and you'll be mine. We'll see the world in pretty colors and black and white. You got open hands, and I got open hands, so just hold mine. Don't abandon us.
just so everybody knows, Wendy, Jamie. And
Yeah.
Tab, you're on.
So my question is for Wendy. How long did it take you to create that voice? Specifically the one you're using right now.
I've been singing since I could talk, so.
Nice. Correct?
For the both of y'all, like if y'all were given the opportunity to record a concept album, however y'all wanted to do it, what do you think the overall theme or message would be? Based off of y'all's.
Definitely, for the most part, empathy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sense?
What part of the universe did y'all come together to create this bond?
I think it started with friendship.
I just, it's kind of a comment really. We kind of need that on the radio or something. Especially pennies, we bat around the terms here a lot. You know, just get up on stage and say what you're gonna say because someone out there probably needs to hear it. But I think with the reach of radio, pennies would do a lot for Earth.
You know, ever since we wrote that song, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that one the most.
Roll with that.
Are you doing an album anytime soon?
We're kind of doing like a scratch album. It's not like anything because we don't have a full band yet.
When you cut it, bring it here.
Okay.
Speaking of your writing, take me through your songwriting process a little bit. Is there music first and then lyrics, or?
Like sometimes Jamie will be at, wherever he's at with his guitar and he'll just write something and be like, hey, check this out. And I'll already have lyrics written. Or sometimes I'll even write stuff by myself and he'll write stuff by himself. And we just kind of come together and just put our stuff together.
Joel had one and then I'll come up with you.
So my question was kind of like George's. So you are more the lyricist and you are more the musician. And you guys collab. Amazing.
I would like to think that we're both musicians.
Well, yeah. Oh, of course. I was just, yeah, okay.
Well, like, I mean, it's not like I just,
Musician lives matter.
I know how to play guitar, so like sometimes I'll write something and then I'll show him and then he'll like take it and he'll kind of do his Jamie vibe on it and make it Jamified.
Whatever that is.
Kind of basic question, but what kind of bands, what kind of music do you guys like to listen to? What kind of bands do you guys like to listen to? Not necessarily your influences, but what bands do you like?
I listen to everything.
He likes Blink-182.
I do. I like.
Effervescence or Avril? The chick
Avril.
from Effervescence or Avril? Which one would you pick?
From Evanescence or Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Probably Evanescence, but I mean, I respect both of them.
I like that, right for you.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Seven.
Y'all have a couple?
No. We get that a lot, it's okay.
Alright, tell us a little bit about your name and how you came up with it.
Kind of want to pull out the definition for amity.
Do it.
Okay.
Right on.
Well,
That's
friendship.
sure is that,
Using that Webster app.
Okay, well, it's very simple on here. It says a friendly relationship. But amity for us means complete, unconditional friendship, empathetic, compassionate, anytime, anywhere.
Alright, you got a final thought for this audience?
It's really cool. Grilled cheese. Right?
Yes.
Your last remark. I thought it was really cool, but I also think that it's kind of a good thing in a way.
The good thing that you can't choose. and love.
Yeah. So I mean, you.
True.
I think you just love who you love. That's cool.
It is cool. One more time for Anamity.
All right. So, I think that deep down, most hammers would much rather be pillows. Preferring to rest a head than to strike one. I've got a rough time believing that sandpaper wouldn't prefer to be satin. You see, I think some of us act harder than we need to simply because we haven't been presented with the options. Given a choice, I'd like to think that any barrier would much rather be a gate swung wide open like arms that haven't seen you in years saying, come on in, welcome home, you made it. So here's to every wish that drowned because its penny couldn't swim. For every rainbow that ever bent over backwards, reaching for the sun every time the sky cried, and for any shamrock that perished with its wishes still trapped within its 4 leaves, cut down prematurely by a lawnmower blade, whose only wish was to be a sprinkler head instead. This is for being better than our nature, for going outside of our means and becoming more than what we were made for. This is for understanding that sometimes a crowbar just needs to be a key, and sometimes a lock needs to just not exist anymore. I'm telling you, there are pebbles that dream of being boulders, and boulders that dream of being feathers. Somewhere, there's a puddle with ocean aspirations. And today, maybe today he's just a puddle. But tomorrow he'll be a pond, and then a brook, and then a stream, and then a river, and then a lake, and then finally that ocean that will one day become the raindrops on a 4-year-old's nose who's splashing in a puddle, pretending to be a giant, jumping into an ocean. So here's to the nature of things, to the cycle of order, and to the knowledge that all things have a purpose beyond their purpose, especially you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you to all of my teachers. Thank you to my amazing audience. You guys are incredible. Tomorrow night is open mic, and every Monday night, 7 to 11. Be here, it's where you want to be. Y'all guys have a good night. Woo! Yeah.